Good morning, it's Dominic 369 for Coachism Unleashed, and today we got Pisces full moon. With the full moon in Pisces, it's important that you really take time to tap into your intuition. You get to see, with a full moon, you get to see the accumulation of all the effort that you put in from the last full moon and whatever or the new moon that you got started with. It's best to start things on the new moon and you see things come to a finish and check on your progress at the full moon. With the full moon in Pisces, we're looking at a more interesting psychic climate because the moon is in the United States third house and the third house is intercepted, which means things are being concealed. You have to watch for deception in the news. Have to watch for deception in the news. You have to watch for, sneaky, underhanded things going on behind the scenes. Neptune rules prisons and incarcerations. It also rules hospitals. Look for data to come out on the prisons and the hospital systems. You may see some prisons shutting down. You may see increase of patients in the hospital, but you'll definitely see, things in regards to substance abuse and people trying to escape the reality that they're in. Pisces is a sign of spirituality. So at a Pisces full moon, it's a great time to tap into your intuition, make a conscious effort to get started on your magical practice, spiritual practice, meditation, things like that. Because when the moon is full, you're more aware of your power and your potential, and you can really see some type of results that you want to see that help you keep moving along your path. So the Pisces full moon is going to bring a lot of interesting stuff. If it's in your first house, it's definitely your first house, 12th house, 8th house, 3rd house. The full moon in Pisces is definitely going to show you an upkick in your psychic ability and intuition. Full moon in Pisces, because Pisces has the sign to get the tendency to get depressed and feel like they're a victim. It's important, if you start feeling that, go out and help somebody. Go out and help somebody else, because Pisces is a very nurturing and helpful sign. They like to martyr themselves and save other people. It's important that you go out and help other people when you're feeling down and depressed, especially if you got a Pisces moon, because in nurturing, in healing others, you come to terms with your potential to heal yourself. So if you got the moon in Pisces, or the full moon in Pisces is going through the houses in your chart and it's making a big, impact on you. If it's in your second house, look for, intuitive messages about your money and your values, also your self-worth. Again, the third house is communication, the neighborhood, your siblings. So if you got a sibling that's finessing and lying, don't give them no money this time. Don't give them no money, because Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune has to do with deception. So don't let anybody with, those Pisces influence finesse you out of money if they're your siblings and you got Pisces in the 3rd house. The 4th house has to do with your home. Is your home the dream place and spiritual sanctuary that you want it to be? Your 5th house, has to do with your children. And your children aren't just the physical human kids that you give birth to. In some instances, well, it's not some instances, all instances, with your inventions, your creations, your ideas, these are your children. It's up to you to give birth to them. So if you got the full moon in Pisces in your 5th house, right now it's a time where you can, use your imagination and creativity, because they're ruled by Neptune and Neptune rules Pisces. Use that creativity to create the life that you want for yourself, especially in terms of when it comes to inventions, investments, and your creativity. Turn your hobby into a business. Full moon in Pisces is going to give you the vision to do that, but you have to sit down and meditate. Pisces rules meditation. The full moon rules the subconscious. Meditate on it. Bring that, idea into a clear vision. Neptune rules vision. Make it a clear vision. Write it down on paper. The 6th house has to do with your health. Has to do with the work and services you provide to the world. So if you got, the full moon in Pisces and you're a nurse or something like that, look for, expect some situations where people are going to be trying to garner your sympathy. Landlords too, because that's ruled by the 6th house. fire, corrections officers, military personnel. You know, don't be deceived by people's sympathy. But also, when you see people who are truly hurting and suffering, be that compassionate person who can rescue them and be their savior, because that's what Pisces energy is about. The 7th house. Are you deluding yourself in your relationships, in your marriage, your partnerships? You have to make sure that everything is clear and everybody's dreams are coming into fruition. Make sure the people that you're partnering with, and if they're not on the same wavelength as you far as your dreams, this Pisces full moon is going to reveal it, because a full moon reveals what has been concealed by the darkness. The full moon represents an illumination of darkness. So the 8th house, you're talking about other people's money, you know, manifestations to get your debt paid. If you've been looking for a loan to get your dream house, the full moon in there right now is the time for you to put it in the paperwork. Also for you to look and see if there's any, you know, unturned stone or undotted I's or uncrossed T's. 9th house, faith, spirituality, higher learning, long distance travel. Full moon in your 9th house right now, you might be getting ready to go on your dream vacation or thinking about your dream vacation. If you are just thinking about your dream vacation and are talking about how bad your money situation is, write it down, please. Write it down. Start looking at magazines and websites where your dream destination is at. Start getting familiar, putting the information in your brain so it can manifest that experience for you. Your brain can only create and draw things to you based on the information that it has available. So if you got the Pisces full moon in your 9th house, you've been thinking and hoping and dreaming about getting on your spiritual job, going on your dream vacation, publishing your book, your manuscript, your movie. Get it done. Get active. 10th house. Pisces full moon has to do with your career. It has to do with leaders and people in power. So if Pisces in your 10th house, make sure you're not being deceived. Make sure you're not being deceived, and make sure that you're bringing your vision to life. Pisces is ruled by Neptune. I can't stress it enough. A full moon sheds light on what's concealed in the darkness. You got it in the 10th house. Let the full moon illuminate your creative potential. Let your imagination shine, especially in your career. Especially in your career, your profession, where you make your mark on the world. 11th house. 11th house is a house of socialization. They call it the house of friends, but you know, social friends aren't deep friends. So you need to make sure that you're not getting too buzzed up when you're going out hanging out, because 11th house rules socialization. You know, it rules gossip, communication, organizations. Make sure that everything is up to par. Make sure you're watching your drinks. Again, Pisces rules substance abuse, intoxication, escapism. Watch your drinks. Watch who you're smoking with. Don't get too caught up in the party that you get distorted from your reality and get taken advantage of. 12th house. 12th house rules, you know, self-evaluation, your place of recovery, hospitals, prisons, institutions, the subconscious mind, psychic ability. Pisces full moon in your 12th house. Get ready. Get ready. Your intuition is going to be on 10, probably 12. Write down the information you receive, fall back from people, take a break, recharge, recover. Use the full moon energy to increase your potency and potential. Full moon in Pisces. A lot of change, a lot of wood being pulled from over your eyes and the eyes of the world. Get ready, it's coming.